Hey Ren, so this is going to be a quick video about double dipping Contaria. This is a really rare strategy that only works in certain scenarios. And to my knowledge, it has only been pulled off in a finish run once, which was King's World Record. So I'm gonna do a little demonstration of it first. So 10 redstone. Then you can do anywhere from 1 to 9 gold trades, which is 4 to 18 gold. Or 2 to 18 gold. You let it restock, break the stand, and then keep going. This is pretty much always going to happen before the monument. Once you get the monument, you want to not shift click all the gold, but trade some to level up to the next level, and then shift click the rest. Then you'll be able to get your pearls, throw an eye, usually pretty early on. And then day 2 docking works as normal. Please get to day 2 first. By the way, this is Nembomb's carbon mod. Pretty useful for testing. Um, I can restock. Then get the rest of your pearls. Okay, so we originally thought that this was going to be more useful, more common, but it turns out there's only 3 really rare scenarios that it actually works. So the first one is if you're able to do that first gold trade, and then the restock, the Contaria restock at the very beginning. At the very beginning of a run, so like as you're leaving the coastal. So we don't want to understand do the gold, do the redstone and then gold. You're most likely going to get the gold from either blacksmith or shipwreck, maybe buried treasure. It's actually really rare. From a blacksmith, the chance for 4 gold is like 2 or 3%. From a shipwreck, it's more likely it's around 13%. And if you get a shipwreck and then go to the buried treasure, you're almost always going to get 4 gold. Um, Wait a second. So then restock and then go on. So how restock mechanics work is um, as soon as it takes its job, it's going to attempt a restock. If this guy takes his job, well, that guy probably takes it. Yeah, it's going to attempt the restock as soon as it gets its job. If it's not, if it gets its job, it's not within the 1 block range. It will try to restock as soon as it gets a job, will fail, and then 15 seconds later, in both cases, it will restock again. So between those 15 seconds, you want to do your redstone and gold, and then after 15 seconds, you'll be able to get the Contaria restock. So you'll usually want to be task overlapping this with something else, probably looting houses or whatever. That's also why the 2 gold variation isn't as good. Although I think if you're able to find a good way to task overlap, you should still do the 2 gold trade variation. The 4 gold or more will let you skip lapis completely. But if you do 2 gold, you'll have to do 2 more lapis later. So 2 gold saves 3 emeralds, and 4 gold saves 6. And every 2 gold after that will save 1 more emerald. Um, so this is also the reason why double day Contaria normally doesn't work is because um, to get the discount or to get the double day mechanics to work on second day, um, you need to either have 10 minutes after the last restock that you did, which in normal double day you won't be getting a restock anyway, so that doesn't matter, and you'll be fine. Or um, the villager does a check and it has to be the day after its last restock or the day after it gets its job, I think. But the problem with double Contaria usually is that if you do the restock and then go another, the second check, the check for whether it's the day after its last restock, fails. So normally doesn't work. But doing it really early on will make the 10-minute rule come into effect, meaning that if you if you get the Contaria restock at say 2.5 minutes, um, then if you do day two 10 minutes after that, so 12.5 minutes, then it will still work. Yeah, this is why you have to do it really early on, because otherwise, if you do it like 3 or 4 minutes, you won't be able to do day two trading until 13 or 14 minutes. Which, if you're going for world record runs, that's pretty bad, since you want to be playing for the trading above stronghold at 12:12. So normally, I would recommend if you get 4 gold to do this. If you can get the Contaria restock sub 230, which means um, getting a villager to take the job at sub 215. Um, the best possible scenario is if you get a Contaria restock sub 212. Um, so taking this job sub 157, because then since you won't be able to do day two trading until 12:12, the 10-minute rule doesn't even matter since you will always pass the check and day two trading will work. Um, right, let's go on to the second way this will work. This is also a way that Pingu was able to pull off the Lake Materia. So in some Nether first runs, you'll be able to leave sub 7 or sub 730, but that's extremely rare and um, only happens very rarely, like in Pingu's world record run. So after you leave, um, after you leave the Nether, if you so you're going to want to dock. So don't worry about the working in the beginning. That's supposed to happen. Maybe do 2 or 1 or more. And then it does restock and then you go. Which means you'll have to get the villager to take the job sub 715. They're usually leaving the other sub 10. Then you loot your monument. It's extremely rare that you loot your monument, then go nether, then do Contaria after you leave. And I don't think anyone's made that timing yet, so don't worry about that. So yeah, do those, and then after you loot your monument, do this set of trades. I'll do it again. Yep, and then throw the eye, and do day 2 trading. And the third way you can pull off double Decantarias, I would recommend against it. It's if you do all that trading day one, and doesn't matter what time you do it, so it doesn't matter if it's sub 230. You can do it like 5-6 minutes, and then you go to the Nether with your hostage above the ravine, somewhere within spawn chunks, and this is really risky because you're going to you have spawn and then your coastal, then lose some shipwrecks for iron, and you're probably not going to end up back at spawn. And it's also difficult to judge where spawn chunks are. You probably won't remember where. So, and if your villager is outside spawn chunks, then your run's pretty much dead. Yeah, that works because the villager never gets unloaded. So the check for day two will still succeed. Yep, I think that's good. Um, Looking forward to seeing if Double Day Contaria actually gets into runs. It's extremely rare, but also really cool. Yes, good luck.